Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed by your emotions in a relationship? Like your happiness depends entirely on someone else? It's a tough place to be, and it's something many of us go through. But what if I told you there is a timeless philosophy that can help you find peace and strength, not by shutting off your feelings, but by mastering them? Today, we're diving into 5 powerful Stoic guidelines for achieving healthy emotional detachment in your relationships. This isn't about becoming cold or uncaring. It's about building an unshakable inner calm that no one can take away from you. Before we jump in, let's be clear about what emotional detachment means in a Stoic sense. It's not about avoiding love or connection. In fact, the Stoics believed in deep, meaningful relationships. Detachment for them meant freeing yourself from the turbulent ups and downs caused by external events and other people's actions. It's about loving someone deeply without letting your peace of mind be a puppet on their strings. It is the difference between saying, "I can't live without you," and "my life is so much better with you in it." See the shift? It's a move from desperation to appreciation, from dependency to partnership. Our first guideline is a cornerstone of Stoicism. Distinguish between what you can control and what you can't. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said it best: some things are in our control and others not. In a relationship, what can you actually control? You can control your own actions, your words, your intentions, and your responses. You can control how you show love, how you communicate, and the effort you put in. What can't you control? The other person's feelings, their reactions, their choices, and whether they stay or go. When you invest all your emotional energy into trying to control the uncontrollable, you're setting yourself up for constant anxiety and disappointment. You might think, if I just do this, they'll be happy. Or, if I say that, they'll never leave. But that's an illusion of control. People are complex and have their own inner worlds. The Stoic approach is to focus your energy where it matters on being the best partner you can be. Act with kindness, honesty, and integrity. After that, you must accept that the outcome is not entirely up to you. This acceptance isn't passive resignation. It's a powerful act of liberation. It frees you from the exhausting job of trying to manage someone else's heart and mind, allowing you to find stability within yourself. This leads us directly to our second guideline. Practice viewing things from a higher perspective, what the Stoics called the view from above. Imagine zooming out from your current situation. Picture yourself floating above your house, your city, then your country, and finally, looking down at the entire planet Earth, a tiny, shimmering blue marble in the vast, silent expanse of space. From this cosmic viewpoint, how big does your relationship argument from last night really seem? How significant is that one comment that's been looping in your head? This exercise isn't meant to diminish your feelings or invalidate your problems. It's a tool for gaining perspective. Our immediate emotional reactions often magnify issues, making them feel all-consuming. The view from above helps you see the bigger picture. It reminds you that life is vast and complex, filled with countless moments, and this one difficult moment is just a tiny part of a much larger tapestry. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, frequently used this technique in his private writings. He would remind himself of the transience of all things, empires, people, and even his own worries. When you practice this, you begin to detach from the urgency and drama of the moment. You realize that your inner peace doesn't have to be shattered by every single conflict or misunderstanding. You can acknowledge the issue, address it calmly, but without letting it hijack your entire sense of well-being. Our third Stoic guideline is to embrace the impermanence of all things, including your relationships. This one can sound a bit grim at first, but it's actually incredibly liberating. The Stoics practiced something called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of future misfortunes. This doesn't mean being a pessimist and expecting the worst. It means calmly and rationally acknowledging that everything in life is temporary. The people we love will not be with us forever. Relationships change, evolve, and sometimes they end. Instead of living in fear of this reality, the Stoics embraced it. By mentally preparing for the possibility of loss, you do two things. First, you reduce the shock and devastation if that loss ever occurs. You've already considered it, and while it will still be painful, it won't shatter your world in the same way. Second, and more importantly, it makes you appreciate what you have right now so much more. When you understand that this moment with your loved one is precious and fleeting, you cherish it more deeply. You stop taking them for granted. You're more present, more loving, more grateful. You might even say to yourself, I love this person with all my heart, and I will enjoy every moment we have, knowing it might not last forever. This mindset shifts you from a place of fearful, clinging to a place of profound, present moment appreciation. It allows you to love fully and openly, without the crippling fear of loss dictating your every move. Moving on to our fourth guideline. Focus on virtue and your own character. For the Stoics, the ultimate goal in life, the only true good, was living a life of virtue. Virtue meant things like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Everything else, health, wealth, reputation, and yes, even relationships, was considered an indifferent. Now, indifferent doesn't mean you shouldn't care about them. It means they are external to your core self and have no bearing on your moral worth or your capacity for happiness. Your happiness should come from your own character, from the person you are choosing to be every day. Are you kind? Are you patient? Are you honest? Are you resilient? These are the things that build a solid foundation for your inner peace. If you anchor your happiness to your own virtue, your relationship becomes a wonderful addition to your life, but not the source of your worth. When your partner is happy with you, that's great. When they're upset, it's a challenge to be met with patience and understanding. But your self-worth remains constant because it's not dependent on their approval. This creates an incredible sense of freedom. You are no longer desperately seeking validation from your partner. Instead, you can show up to the relationship as a whole, stable person, ready to share a life with someone, not needing them to complete you. This is the essence of a truly healthy, interdependent partnership. Our fifth and final Stoic guideline is to practice voluntary hardship. What does this mean? It means intentionally and safely stepping out of your comfort zone to build resilience. The Stoics would do things like occasionally sleeping on the floor, eating simple food for a few days, or wearing minimal clothing in the cold. The point wasn't to punish themselves. It was to prove to themselves that they could endure discomfort and that they didn't need constant luxury to be okay. How does this apply to emotional detachment in relationships? You can practice this by intentionally spending time alone, even if you're in a committed relationship. Cultivate your own hobbies, friendships, and interests that are separate from your partner. This isn't about creating distance. It's about nurturing your own identity. It proves to you that you are a complete person on your own. You might take a solo weekend trip or dedicate one evening a week to your personal passion project. By doing this, you are effectively training yourself to not be dependent on your partner for entertainment, fulfillment, or happiness. You are showing yourself that you can not only survive, but thrive on your own. This makes you a stronger, more interesting, and less needy partner. The time you do spend together then becomes a choice, a joyful coming together of two whole individuals, rather than a desperate clinging of two halves. So let's recap the 5 Stoic guidelines we've covered. 1. Focus only on what you can control, your own actions and character. 2. Gain perspective by taking the view from above. 3. Embrace impermanence to appreciate the present moment more fully. 4. Anchor your happiness in your own virtue, not in external validation. And 5. Practice voluntary hardship to build self-reliance and resilience. Putting these principles into practice won't happen overnight. It's a daily, mindful effort. It's about catching yourself when you're spiraling into anxiety about something you can't control. It's about pausing before you react to an argument and asking, how would my best self handle this? It's about reminding yourself to cherish your partner right now, in this moment. By integrating these Stoic practices, you're not building walls around your heart. You are building a fortress of inner peace, a sanctuary within yourself that remains calm and steady, no matter what storms may rage outside. You become a better partner, more present, more loving, and more free. And you become the master of your own emotional world. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these ancient insights offer you some modern peace. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on philosophy for modern life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these guidelines resonated with you the most? Thanks again, and be well.